Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Insight webinar on the overview of Office 365. We have here today myself, Adam Bearder. I'm the SMB Cloud Consultant here at Insight, and also Simon Cook. Simon is presented from Microsoft as the SMB Channel Business Development Manager and is responsible for looking after Insight as a whole. Today's short webinar will just cover an overview of 365 as mentioned, and showing basically how you can add value back to your organisation by utilising it. And I'll hand over to Simon, who will cover through the main points of the webinar and go into more detail on specifically what 365 can do.
Thanks, Adam. So good afternoon, everyone. Before I start talking a bit about the Office 365 proposition, I really wanted to just cover a bit of context on how we've come to develop Office 365 over the past couple of years. And it really feeds into some of those big challenges that are out there in the marketplace today. So the first one is really around cost, and it's really kind of moving away from sort of CapEx expenditure to OpEx expenditure. Be able to have a much more predictable billing model, and that's really where Office 365 feeds into that. The next one really is very much at the core, and it's kind of a buzzword that's out there today, and that's really around mobility, but it is something that a lot of organisations are thinking about now, with some kind of mobile policy in place, and also doing their own device policies as well. Lots of businesses thinking about where they can implement that, and ultimately, thinking about users that can access information on their own mobile devices, mobile phones, being able to access corporate email. We have to think about how you actually control that from an IT perspective. Lots of organisations are still using older versions of Office, and they've probably got some kind of mixed estate with different versions, and this presents a number of challenges to actually manage from an IT perspective. Being able to collaborate with people, being able to collaborate with peers, with people across the organisation, and people outside, maybe other partner organisations, very much something that businesses are thinking about now, how they can do that effectively. And the last one is the kind of back-end server infrastructure and how you manage your emails today through Exchange, thinking about whether it's actually the right time to move to cloud. Maybe the server's getting quite old, there's been some outages, and really it comes to the point where you decide whether you actually buy a new physical server, or you think about actually moving your email to the cloud and using Exchange online, and getting away from the actual costs that are involved with actually keeping that server up and running, keeping it secure and patched on a daily basis.
So if we to go into the specifics of how organisations have been purchasing the software historically, we get an awful lot of requests through for the latest version of Office, and when offering 365 there can be quite a few myths and preconceptions of specifically what it is. Is it Office in the cloud? I get that it's Office, but I get that it's the other things. Can we go into a bit more detail of what's actually different about Office 365 now, and drill down into how the services add up and make up all parts of it?
Yeah, sure. So I think it's important to really set apart what's delivered through Office 365 in comparison to what you would really consume within the standard version of Office. And ultimately, it's really around the fact that Office 365 is Microsoft's productivity platform. It's much more than just consuming Office apps like Excel, Word, PowerPoint, etc. So if you think about it in terms of what it delivers, it's very much built around teamwork, being able to use it for collaboration, being able to share information with people, being able to interact with applications. It's very much about being able to offer you flexibility on an individual basis, so you can actually flip between different devices, whether you're in the office or you're on the go. And it's also fitting in very much with Windows 10 operating system. And Windows 10 has been enhanced to connect with our cloud services, in particular Office 365. And most importantly, being able to secure the way that users interact with Office applications, being able to actually lock down data within your organisation to mitigate risk. And then we think about some of the capabilities within Office 365 that we can do above and beyond just being interacting through the actual applications, being able to actually flip through different devices, often some kind of mobile solution, be able to access email on the move, and be able to manage that in a secure environment, and also be able to actually communicate with your colleagues as well via a number of different mediums. So being able to actually communicate via instant messaging, conducting voice over IP calls, or having a web conference. So it's a much more powerful tool than what you would probably use within Office. So we drill down into the sort of the suite of products that are within Office 365. It is essentially 4 different services. So the first one is Office 316, and that's what we're delivering through Office 365 today. So we recently launched that in the marketplace, and that allows you as a user to be able to load that onto a number of different devices. So Office 365 is a subscription model, and it's delivered on a per-user basis. So what that allows you to do is, within your own personal estate, you can actually load it onto 5 laptop or PC environments. There's also the ability to load it onto a Mac. You've also got the capability to actually load it onto tablets, up to 5 of those, and also 5 mobile phones as well. And that allows you to do it through a local installation on a click-to-run basis as well, and be able to start to consume all the great stuff that you can see listed in front of you. And then if we look at the actual back-end services, we've got Exchange 2016, which is delivered through Exchange Online today, and that really allows actually IT departments to move away from actually on-prem server environment today. So shifting away from actually having a physical server to moving data to Exchange Online, where the actual environment is managed by Microsoft, so it's all patched and updated by technicians within the actual data center, and you as the IT administrator are just responsible for making sure that everyone connects to the services and access all the emails. And that tends to be the tipping point where people start to think about moving to Office 365 from a back-end server perspective. You've then got Skype for Business 2015, which allows you a great way of being able to actually communicate with people within your organisation. And it's very much a kind of a key kind of solution for organisations with disparate users, people out on the road, people who work from home. And what that does is allow you to be able to communicate via voice over IP, via video conferencing, or even just conducting an instant messaging conversation. It gives you the ability to be able to see people through the traffic light system, which is called Presence. So if somebody's available, it's on green, if they're not, it's on red. And that particular service reads its way through the Office applications as well. So if you're going through your Outlook client, you can see if that person's available, and you can make a decision as to how you communicate with them. You can actually conduct an instant message or voice over IP call from that actual UI. And then SharePoint Server 2016, SharePoint Online, is really a depository for storing documents. And what it allows you to do is to collaborate on documents in real time with other people and allow you to actually co-author documents. So I could be working on one paragraph within Word, Adam could be working on another one. I can see him actually working on the documents. I can communicate with him via instant messaging if I so wish, and we can see the changes as they actually happen. So it's a really great way of being able to actually have one definitive document. But it's much more than that. It's a development platform, and it means that you can also use it for Internet, Extranet, and also use it for back-end websites as well. So these services, both the Office applications and the back-end services, the server, Exchange Online, Skype, and SharePoint Online, are all available as collective, or they can be purchased as separate entities as well.
I think that's probably quite a good point to sort of help move us on to the next slide, Sam, because specifically some of the questions that we get is, well, I've just actually upgraded my Exchange server. It's within a 3-year refresh cycle that we have, and we're only 1 year into that. I need to upgrade my Office license. So what choices have I got if Office 365 is offering all of these things? I don't need to do it. Is there a layout of plans that people and what's relevant?
Yeah, so I think it's worth kind of highlighting the plan layout of different and the key point here is that there is a lot of flexibility to take into consideration some of the investment, some of the infrastructure we may have in place today, and really it might not be that you're quite ready to move to cloud completely at this point. So if we look at the plans, we've essentially got two different kinds of plans. We've got business plans, which are really for users with core needs, basic needs, who just want to get Office, who just want to get Exchange, and this is scalable to up to 300 users. We've then got the enterprise plans where it may be users with advanced needs, and this is actually unlimited in terms of its scalability. Now, the real benefit here is that you can actually mix and match these plans depending on the actual requirements of the user. So you may have some power users that are on something like Enterprise E3, whereas you might have some sort of basic users that just want access to email. They may have Office already actually on the desktop, and they can use something like Business Essentials to do that. So then if we jump into the actual details of the plans give you a bit more information. So we've got on both business and enterprise 3 different kinds of plans. We really go back to what we said before, and we reflect on some of the investments that you might have made within the organisation already. So the first scenario is that you may be just purchased or recently acquired Exchange, and you may have a new Exchange server you're actually running today, and you're not ready to actually move that to a cloud solution. So within that scenario, maybe you're just looking at actually using the Office app and want to move to Office 365 for that purpose. So Business and Pro Plus allows you to move to Office 365. It allows you the actual benefit of being able to install multiple Office instances on all the different devices in your own personal estate. So thinking about what I said before, it's 15 devices. And also, in addition to that, it's important to mention that you've also got included with Business and Pro Plus OneDrive for Business, which gives you 1 terabyte of personal online storage. So that's a really powerful way of being able to get to that actual storage that you may have on a physical server today. And then the next scenario is maybe that you've actually purchased Office for use already on-prem, you've already got an on-prem license, and you're just really concerned about getting those back on services such as things like Exchange Online. So Business Essentials in one allow you to be able to actually just move all your Exchange environment to the cloud, along with being able to consume things like Slack for Business and SharePoint as well. And then the last scenario is really where you're looking for the full suite of products, and that's where really you're getting the best value. If you look at the price at the top, that's just giving you an indicative cost in terms of list prices and a per user basis on a monthly cost scenario. So we've got Business Premium and we've got E3. If you've got any requirements around things like compliance, to look into data loss prevention, or anything around archiving, maybe you need to have an audit trail for a number of years in terms of keeping all of those emails, then that's really when you think of something like a USB plan, because that includes all that capability as standard. If you're using Access, you're going to need to get one of the enterprise plans such as Pro Plus or E3 as well, because that's only including those plans. So for the majority of users, business plans will be more than ample, but for any power users that use that extra level of functionality or extra level of granularity in terms of security, that's where you would consider enterprise. And bearing in mind what I said before, you can mix and match these plans to the requirements of the business.
I think that's it. It's a great time really now to sort of put on OneDrive for Business that you mentioned earlier. It's available in all of the plans, and it's a great way to help organisations improve productivity and collaboration. So, with that said, can we now go into a little bit of detail on specifically OneDrive for Business, where it's utilised, how many users can make use of it, and how it then spreads across the different devices and how it works?
Yeah, so we've made a lot of investments within OneDrive in terms of developing applications over the past year or so. Primarily, it's about being able to store your files, folders within a personal cloud storage. It's currently set at 1 terabyte per user, so there's lots of space there. We are actually looking at scaling out to unlimited storage at some point in the future. But you're actually able to access that on with every device you're actually using at a particular point. So it really gives you that flexibility to flip between different devices. You may be looking at a laptop and then move to a tablet. You may be using a tablet and then you want to actually access the phone. Being able to flip between those different devices and access that information easily makes it a really powerful application to use. And if you think about storing information, you store it locally on the actual machine, you can actually set it so it syncs to actually upload through OneDrive as well, so you can actually access it wherever you are. Then we think about some collaboration aspects of OneDrive. You can actually now look doing something like Word, you collaborate with a colleague and looking at documents in real time. So we're really using some of the actual technologies in SharePoint as well. So talk about OneDrive as an app. We spent a lot of time over the past year actually developing apps for third-party platforms. So things like iOS, Android, being able to give users of those devices a great experience has been very much the focus. And more recently, with the advent of Windows 10, being able to actually give everybody who's using a Windows-based device a consistent experience as well. So that if you're using a large screen device or a small tablet, you're still getting the best experience, a consistent experience across all Windows devices. It's important to point out as well that if you're using something such as an iPad for accessing Office applications, to actually be able to create and edit documents, you need to have an active Office 365 subscription. The only way you can actually do that through some device of that nature.
Okay, so if we go into a bit of security now, and often organisations have concerns around the cloud. OneDrive being one of those features where across the different devices we are utilising cloud services. What are Microsoft doing to put organisations' minds at rest with regards to security?
So it is absolutely the number one focus provide a secure, robust service to all our users. And there's a lot of investment that goes into that to make sure that you really get the peace of mind that you're happy with your information in the cloud. So, it's not just about us saying that is secure and compliant. It's actually bringing third parties who can actually audit our data centers and rubber stamp it to say it meets a certain criteria. So things like ISO accreditations are one way that we can actually prove that we are meeting a certain level of security. In terms of the privacy aspects of what we provide as a service, we don't mingle with business and consumer data. We have two separate tenants. We have our consumer data in one location and business data, such as things like Office 365 for business and enterprise use in the other. We don't mine the data that's out there in the data center, and we don't use it for our commercial as well. So, if you think about the service that we provide, we offer an SLA which is financially backed of uptime to 99.9%. So if it drops below that for whatever reason, we actually financially compensate you as the customer. So that's the first thing that we really talk about is what we're doing within the data center to do make sure you are safe and secure. And then if we think about some of the things that really occurred probably in the past year or so, really a lot of noise out there on the web around what's happened and data leakage and the way that governments can gain access to information. So Microsoft does not provide any government with direct access to the data. We don't provide a government with encryption keys or a system in third-party encryption. And we don't design backdoors into our products as well. It's important that we maintain integrity with our customers, so we will contest any attempts by the government, including the US government, to disclose any customer information. That we will ask them to provide compelling information if they want to actually do that. So don't just take my word for that. We do offer a great resource to actually look into security and privacy in more detail. Office 365 Trust Center is a great resource to actually really dig deep here to find a bit more information about our accreditations, our audit reports, and also a number of different white papers available through that actual reporting.
So thank you, Simon. I mean, it's covered off some real detail on specifically what Microsoft are doing to protect the environment from a data center level. But ultimately, the end users are going to have, or the organisations are going to have concerns around how can I lock my end users in? How can I stop them getting access to sending data outside of my organisation? What is there available within the Office 365 portal itself to secure and manage their corporate data?
Yeah, so I think that's quite an important point outside of this, is that we have a number of tools available to an administrator who can then provide some kind of security layer to ensure that users are secure, that mitigates data loss. If you look at this slide in particular, it really is set and seen in terms of what you can get in terms of tools through Office 365 to help you actually do that. So this is really giving you a comparison between the tools that exist in Office 365 today, which are kind of light, basic tools, and what we can provide within the Enterprise Mobility Suite, which is an add-on cloud service to Office 365. So in Office 365, we've got basic identity management, and that really allows you to be able to provide a single sign-on for all your users, so you don't have to create multiple login credentials. We then got the addition of being able to allocate devices, mobile devices, to the service. So we actually provide a number of different ways of being able to secure those devices if there's been any loss occur. And then being able to provide and protect content, so we're able to actually lock down and provide keys so that you can actually lock down documents, so that people who aren't actually assigned to be able to view that document can't gain access or share it with other people. So that's kind of at a basic level, but really when we want to go into a lot more granularity, provide a much more robust secure solution, that's really where Enterprise Mobility Suite comes into fore. And that really addresses some of those scenarios where people are working remotely, they're able to use their own devices. It really offers a base layer to secure those devices regardless of the actual device that the user is using. So at the identity level, it allows the user to be able to sign in, single sign-on, and be able to access all cloud apps, not just Office 365, but the third-party apps, and also access to the internal domain as well. At the device level, it offers a much more rigorous process in terms of being able to manage devices. We can actually invoke PC management, so we can manage the desktop environment, and also manage multiple devices, and allow you to really lock down and sandbox the way that people actually open applications, save them, copy and cut and paste, and all those kind of ways that people interact with documents can be actually in a much more secure way. And then the rights management services really protects some of the ways that you may share email with other people. So you're able to actually make sure that emails are sent to the people. You can actually decide whether you can actually share it outside the organisation. So there's a lot more granularity in enterprise mobility suite. And it is something that's worth considering if you are looking at managing users with different devices within, say, the actual base in the office. So if you think about the MDM capability that is talked about, just to give an example here, within Office 365, we recently updated into that, the imaging capability that's actually within PNS. So it means that you can now assign those devices to Office 365. So in the event that somebody left their iPhone on the train, you're able to actually invoke a partial wipe of that device to remove all corporate data, but still leave all the personal information intact to actually get the phone back. So this is a way that we're actually introducing new services that are really starting to go to that next level in terms of security. So with that in mind, if we kind of give you a bit of a view on the way that Office 365 differs from maybe that we've got in place today. So if you're purchasing licensing that's based on premise, then you're looking at approximately a 3-year cycle. So if we look at Office, we have Office 2013 and then Office 2016. You won't see any real changes to that product until you've actually introduced a new version. If you look at Office 365, it is a service, and because it's a cloud service, we can deliver monthly updates. We can deliver new features and values very quickly, make enhancements to you as a subscriber, and you can start consuming them straight away. It's important that we mention that these are updates, not upgrades, so it shouldn't be disruptive to the organisation in terms of actually being able to start to use these new features and functionality.
So, lastly, from yourself and Simon, what's up next from Microsoft? I mean, are you able to give us any sort of sneak peeks into specifically what's coming from Microsoft? Are there any new products hitting the market, plans for Office 365, etc.?
So, if we talk about where we've been, what we've done this year so far, we released Office 2016, we've mentioned already quite recently. So we've got the introduction of Exchange Server, SharePoint Server, and the new enhancements to OneDrive, which is actually being rolled out at the moment. A few months ago, we had the Office for Mac, obviously the new features in that were introduced. But just going back to the question, Adam, we're going towards a monthly update now, and most importantly, we've just introduced the new 5 plan. And this is a real game changer. It really gives you as the consumer a way of being able to consume the PBX solution in the cloud and remove the actual on-prem PSTN solution we've got in place today. So that is something that's literally just come onto market, and that will also give you additional enhancements around data loss prevention, archiving, more security features as well. So it's constantly being updated. There's some major updates, such as the new SKU E5, but we're looking at some more low-key enhancements over the next 6-12 months as well.
Fantastic. Well, really appreciate your insights there into Office 365 and also touching briefly on enterprise mobility and the features that has. What I'd like to just cover off now is where insights sit, specifically with Microsoft, and how we can now, via the brand new Cloud Solution Provider program, support clients on a monthly basis for licensing of Office 365, enterprise mobility suite, other products and services that will be coming on a subscription basis, so CRM Online. With this CSP for short, agreement model, it's truly flexible. So Insight has recently been accredited this as of July this year, and we're building out this program to give you that upscale and downscale of the users. You historically had to purchase your licenses either direct with Microsoft, committing for either a month by month basis and paying quite a premium, or committing for a year. Having the users there, now yes, you can redeploy them to licenses, but ultimately you're stuck to how many licenses you've got. You're going to be paying for those users regardless throughout that whole year. Now within the CSP program, we can go up and down. With 10 users 1 month, you need to have 20 more users, increase it back down to 25 users. Each month, almost day by day, you can do that and simply pay for what you require. Insight can offer additional migration, support and backup services to the program, and you are getting a direct support from Insight as part of the CSP program. We will be there as your first line support, so rather than having to contact Microsoft, no offense to Microsoft Simon, but maybe waiting a little bit of time on the support lines to get through to them. You will get a direct line straight into Insight for our support service. We can pick up those initial inquiries, probably the more common inquiries that we get on a day-to-day basis, and be able to support you through an administration level. We can't answer it, we then go to Microsoft on your behalf and get the support you require. We're building out an automated online buying and management portal. So not only will this be for the Microsoft products, but other vendor solutions out there. So we've got a huge, ever-expanding portfolio of services that will be funneling into it. Network solutions from Meraki, I believe, as well as other backup solutions. So it's a watch this space specifically. CSP is now available. Feel free to ultimately drop us an email. There's our follow-up that we will do over the next few days for anybody attending. But ultimately, we can offer trials of Office 365 with a 25 user 30-day free trial available through ourselves. Drop us an email to the SMB cloud sales at insight.com. I'm on there myself along with other colleagues in a similar role, and ultimately we can react to your requests, purchases and process questions regarding Office 365 and Microsoft as a whole. So hopefully today's been useful. Thank you very much for your time. See you in the new year.